Hey, what's going on, tubers? This is Laura, and I'm coming to you with a serious video. Um, first of all, happy Saturday. Hope that everything's going well on this great February 2nd. I wanted to talk today. Sorry, I'm doing this in a different spot at home. So, anyway, I wanted to talk to you all today about the race card. A friend of mine, a person on my Facebook, had posted that, it's a white person, and they posted, they posted something about being robbed by 6 black people. And, they said that they're tired of black people always throwing the race card, and why do we always have to throw the race card out? And, they're about to throw out the race card, and so they're all on Facebook just basically bashing black people. And then and then they also said that, it's the first day of, I guess it happened yesterday. So they said, well, it's the first day of Black History Month, and why would they do this to me, blah, 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 blah. And, as I read the comments more and more, I became more and more disturbed because, number one, I became more and more disturbed. And it wasn't just the fact that he was talking about these black people who had robbed him. It was that he started to generalize in, all black people, which is kind of funny because, we're friends and I'm black. And, it's just offensive. So, I want to talk a little bit about the race card. A little bit. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to write my thoughts down so I'm not blabbering. And I'm seeing messages coming up on my phone. That's another reason. But I'm going to come back and we're going to have this little discussion. Okay, tubers, so I am back. I do have a few notes, not many, because this is a sensitive subject, and I know me, and I know sometimes I get very passionate about things, and so I don't want to, just go on and on and on about it. But just some things that I wanted to talk about as it relates to the race card, which I hate that word anyway. But some things, now I'm obviously a black woman, and some things are done because of race. Now, I don't know what it's like to be white. I don't know what it's like to be Hispanic. I don't know what it's like to be an Indian or anything like that, or from another country. I only know what it's like to be black. And I can say that in my 28 years, there have been times that, the race card has been used. That, not the race card, but that I've been discriminated against. For example, last year, a year ago, I was driving my company vehicle, and I lived in a small town, and I was driving. I drive the speed limit. I do not speed because I don't want any tickets because they cost too much. I'm just driving the speed limit. I was following all the rules of the road, and I had noticed that there was a police following me for maybe about 5 minutes. So I was just assuming that, I don't know, that they were just running, the license plate or whatever. So this police car was, he saw me turn onto the street that he was following me on, and so he started following me. And about a mile and some down the road, the lights go off. Now, I know that there are no warrants on that car, but it's a company vehicle, so it's issued to the company. I don't have any warrants, so he pulled me over. Oh, and I wasn't, speeding or nothing. And he asked me if he could see my license and registration. And, me being the person that I am, not always nice, especially in situations like this, I said, what was I doing? Like, why'd you pull me over? And then he said, I was just wondering, I pulled you over because I needed to know why a girl like you was driving this company's vehicle. Now, I was very offended. And I said, what do you mean a girl like me? A fat girl? Is that what you mean? And then he proceeds to tell me, no, a black girl. Now, that is what we call DWB, driving while black. I was doing nothing wrong, and I got pulled over simply because I was black. Was I offended? Highly offended. Should I have been? Yes. Because of that, did I put on Facebook or social media or talk to anybody about how much I disliked white people or how angry I was? No. Because it didn't change what had happened. I couldn't change that situation. So to me, it was no point in even doing that. And in doing that, you tend to offend a lot of people. And then people start to look at you very differently. And I had to weigh my options. Yeah, I was furious. Yeah, I did contact the police department. But was I going to go all out, like, to the world to let them know how I felt about it? No. And I definitely wasn't going to generalize, which is my next subject. If a white person, Hispanic person, any other race of person, even another black person, did something to me, to violate me, to offend me, or to hurt me, I will not put all people of that race in that box. Like, first of all, excuse me, my eyes itching. First of all, that's not fair. Like, why should I treat every single white person wrong because of what this police officer did to me? Why would I treat every black person wrong because a black person cut me off on the highway? Why would I treat every Hispanic person wrong because, my first car accident was with a Hispanic person? It makes no sense. Like, to generalize and to put all of those people, all people of one race, into a box and say, black people this, white people that, Mexican people this, or Hispanics that, is offensive. Like, I am usually, places that I go that are not with my family, the only black person, or one of the only. Does that bother me? No. But what does bother me is when people say, why do black people do this? Why do black people have bad credit? Why do black people, like, really? Like, why are you putting us in a box? Like, don't ask me why do black people do this. Just ask that person. If you think that person's got bad credit, ask them why they have bad credit. Because they don't pay their bills. Like, you know why they have bad credit. They have bad credit the same reason that you have good credit. They do the opposite. You pay your bills, they don't. It's white people with bad credit, Mexicans with bad credit, Hispanics, Indians, Asians. There are all types of people with bad credit. It's not just black people. Just saying. And my last point is that it is very offensive. And I have to hurry up because I don't have a bunch of time left. But it's offensive. When you generalize or talk specifically about one race of people, you're going to offend that race of people. I'm not usually offended by race stuff because, unfortunately, I hear it a lot. So I've kind of gotten a little bit used to it, and that is sad. But race stuff doesn't generally offend me, but when you post something on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or whatever like that, and you start talking about black people or white people or Mexicans, Hispanics, whatever, like, it's offensive. I don't care who you are. I don't care what race you are. It's not cool to talk about anybody. Even if you're a female, if you're a male, it's not cool to bash women and vice versa. It's not cool to discriminate against people. It's not cool to talk about people like that. I don't appreciate it, and I don't like it. I've never felt more offended, well, I have, but on Facebook publicly like that before. Not cool. So, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe. Say whatever you feel like saying. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Unless you say something out of line, it probably won't hurt my feelings because I don't know you. And I'll just delete it. So it's cool. But I'm just stating my opinions, and I would like for you to do the same. So on that note, have a nice day. Happy Black History Month. And I'll be talking to you all soon.